Hi guys, my name is Eunice. Welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you so much, by the way, for clicking on today's video. And in today's topic we are discussing about things no one tells you about losing virginity that you really need to know, because some things like sex are not things that people want to talk openly about them. So I am here for you because I feel like oversharing. Let's get started. We are going to start off by defining who a virgin is. And a virgin, of course, for many of you, because you already know, a virgin is someone who's never engaged in any kind of sexual intercourse, be it anal, oral, or vaginal penetration. So for many, or for few people, they may no longer call themselves a virgin once they've engaged in oral sex or even anal penetration. And I think that is right, because people, they tend to think that losing virginity, it only has to, be between, like, it has to involve a penis and a vagina, but that's not really it. It can be either anal, because it's also sex. Anal penetration is also sex. So it can't always, like, it's not only between a penis and a vagina. It's not only vaginal penetration. So it can be either oral, vaginal, or anal penetration. So for some people too, they tend to think that once the hymen is broken, it means that you've lost your virginity, and I beg to differ, because hymen can be broken in various or during various circumstances. Like, for example, those people who like riding bicycles, it is inaweza kuwa easier for them to break that hymen, but that doesn't mean they've lost their virginity, because if they've not still engaged in any kind of sexual intercourse, then they are still virgin, even if the hymen is already broken. So hymen doesn't, or your hymen not having been broken doesn't mean that that's when you're a virgin. Either it's broken or not, as long as you've never engaged in any kind of, sexual activities, then you are still a virgin. Okay, now let's go to the act itself. So, before anything else, I would really want people to stop taking losing virginity as if you're losing something, because you're not losing something. You're actually gaining another experience. And it's not just any kind of experience, it is the sweetest experience, because sex itself, it's very sweet. Once you know how to enjoy it, once you've been doing it regularly, and you're getting better at it, because when you do something more often, you get better at it. So something else to note before you engaged in any kind of sexual intercourse: always be smart and safe. Like, never engage in any kind of sexual intercourse without a condom, for example, because it's going to protect you from so many diseases like STIs, HIV and AIDS. So you be safe all the time. Each time you're having sex, be safe. Use a condom. It's never hurt anyone. Use a condom. Usidanganyiliwe, because it will be so bad getting an STI or HIV and AIDS on your very first time. Like, it's really quite embarrassing and bad at the same time. So don't get up caught in that. Now the next thing is the deed itself. Before you engaged in it, or you get engaged in it, please be sure that it's only you and only you who wants to do it. Like, let it come from your heart. Don't get forced by anyone to engage in it. Don't do it due to peer pressure, because I know these days, or not even these days, there's always that pressure from your peers to, like, do something. Don't get caught in it. Just do it from your heart. Do it when it feels good for you, when you feel like you're free to do it, because you will never have regret, because you can do it for someone and then you will end up regretting if you find what you were being told is not exactly the same. So let it be from your heart, let it be your decision. Don't let anyone force you or make you do something that you don't want. Okay? Because you're going to regret it. Don't be forced by anyone. Do it at your own will. The next thing you need to really note too is that when you're having sex, it's not always going to be the way you see it in movies, my dear. Your first time, it's actually very difficult to have that kind of sex. In fact, what you see in pornos and in movies, it's not the very actual sex that many people are having outside here. It's not even the same, because every person's sex experience is different. So do not compare yours with anyone else from movies or from pornos, or even maybe what your friends are telling you. Don't compare, because they are all different. Okay? Note that too. Another thing you also have to note is, and this goes for girls, listen, don't expect to orgasm on your first time. Like, it's really difficult, because men tend to experience reaching climax very quickly, and for girls it actually takes time. It's like the way the water boils. So it can boil fast or it can boil slowly. So for men, it boils very fast, but for women, very slowly. So you have to realize that you cannot orgasm on your first time, because first of all, one thing or one reason that can make you not to experience orgasm on your first time is because you're not lubricated enough. Maybe because you didn't even spend a lot of time in foreplay, or because bado umeshtuka, you have that anxiety, and so your body is not really getting that aroused so much, and maybe because the sex itself, maybe it's very uncomfortable, so you might not orgasm on your first time. Another thing, and this is actually my tip, is that sex is like an art itself. For you to get better at something, it takes time. You have to move from one step to the other. It's like climbing upstairs. You have to start with the down one, and then step to the one that is over the first one. Like, it has to be from down to up, and you're taking steps, just like an artist. If you're practicing to become an artist and you're starting drawing, you cannot get better at it on your first times, or even your second time, or your third time, or your fourth time. It's going to take some time, and that's how sex is. It takes time for you to get better at it. So don't be in a hurry, don't be in a rush, just take time. But most importantly, as you take time, as you explore, and as you do it more regularly, do your own research. Don't just settle. Just like you are told in life, don't settle, because sometimes you would settle for things that are not best for you. So you don't settle. Explore more. Be that curious person who wants to know, how can I make it more enjoyable for me? How can I make it more enjoyable for me and my partner, or more pleasurable, or more, just good? Be that person who wants to know more. Read. You can read books, you can read journals, you can watch YouTube videos, There's a lot of information out here that you can access and get to know more. So the other thing you need to remember is that when you're having sex, sometimes, especially now when you're losing virginity, your partner, and let's say you're a woman, you're a girl, and you have the guy with you, and maybe he's not even a virgin, and you've already done with the foreplay, and he's now penetrating. Sometimes on your first time, you're going to tense up. Like, I remember back then, when we were doing the act, I was very tense. Like, I was very tense. There's that fear for unknown, and I was like, oh my god, now how am I going to feel? And when he started penetrating, I was even getting more anxious, and anxiety was all over me, and I just told him, you know what, let's stop and just do another day. So if you're feeling, if you do sex and then you feel you're becoming overly anxious and uncomfortable and you just feel like stopping, be sure to tell your partner. Don't allow yourself to go through something that you're not comfortable with, because sex is actually very sweet. So, and for it to be sweet, it has to be mutual, because of course it's between you people, between you two. So make sure, if you feel uncomfortable, tell your partner. You can always do another time, because there's always another time if you feel uncomfortable. So something else I almost forgot is that, okay, because this is going to be your first time that you're doing this act, please do it with someone that you feel you can trust, someone you're not afraid of that he's going to, do bad things to you. Let it be with someone that you trust, and probably someone that you love, because I tend to see losing virginity, or that day you're losing virginity, as a special day, because this is something maybe you're initiating a new experience. It's something you won't remember, with a good experience, with better memories, good sweet memories. So choose your partner wisely, so that you don't regret that day. A start of something can make you hate the rest of, that experience that is ahead of you. And a good experience, or on your first time, can actually make you to love your experience that is ahead of you. So let it be with someone that you trust, someone that you probably love, someone that, you don't feel so shy, but it's acceptable to be shy on your first time. I was very shy too, by the way. I was very shy because I had actually never been nude to anyone, like, since I got to be, like, from, like, 10 years. So I was really anxious and shy to remove my clothes, or to just, be nude before him. But it's okay to be shy. But you know what? With doing it more regularly, it's going to change that, and you're going to get more confident, and you will not even realize that you were one day shy. Trust you me. Yeah, that is for today, and thank you guys for listening to me. See you in my next video. And don't forget to subscribe, like this video, give it a thumbs up.